Hi, this is Mr. Thompson at the Pathways Innovation Center. I'm a financial literacy teacher, and I'm recording this video for absent students so that they know about a resource that they can use that is paid for by the state of Wyoming and its library system in case they did not do so well on the ACT or in case they haven't taken it yet and they want to take the ACT and do better on it. Again, even if you're planning on going into the trades, welding, automotive, construction, you may want a 2-year certificate in construction or automotive from Casper College, which will actually lead to you making more money in the trades because you have additional training and certifications. And so even if you're not thinking college, you may be thinking or need to think community college, technical school, or trade school. And how you do on the ACT can actually mean more money to you in the way of scholarships. And it can also determine whether or not you even get into the trade school or the community college that you want to go to. So it is really important that you do well on the ACT, even if you're not necessarily thinking college. And before I actually show you this, let me also mention that let's say you're a welder. Well, you could have health problems as a welder, or maybe in automotive, maybe you're injured as a mechanic. Now what are you going to do? Maybe you're going to go work in the oil field as a welder. Well, great, but what happens if a rig blows up and injures you and you can no longer do that job? So another reason you want to do as well as you can on the ACT, even if you're not thinking college, is so that you have a fallback plan if something terrible like that happens. So let me show you about this resource. So what you actually want to do is go to the Casper Public Library. Now, I apologize, it's going to take me a minute to do this, but I actually have injured myself, so I can't type as fast as I'd normally be able to. So once you get to the Casper College Public Library, you want to go up here to the top left-hand corner where it says log in and click log in. Now, if you have a library card number, you can use your library card number. Otherwise, you can use the login WYOFCHOOL, and the password is going to be wild with a Y instead of an I. And it's going to be all caps, so it's going to be capital WYLD, and that's the password. Once you do that, you can go ahead and click login, and that'll give you off-campus access to the library's database system. And in order to actually then go ahead and access the resource I'm showing you here, you want to, once you're there, go ahead and click on this image, the library, into it, and that'll take you back to the library's homepage. And now that you're back at the library's homepage, where it says research, you have databases. So go ahead and click on databases. They keep changing their website, so you sometimes have to hunt for it. Anyway, so now it says databases by subject, and so you could go ahead and scroll down and go to test preparation, and it'll bring up, and then click go, or you can just from that page go to L here, and you can go to the Learning Express library, and that's where you'll find the ACT resources. Now again, if you go WYOFCHOOL and capital WYLD here and authenticate, you will then be in the system. Again, I do want to show you, if you chose test preparation, there it is, and there are some other test prep for you. But Learning Express Library is the database that's paid for by the Wyoming Library System. And so it might take a minute to go ahead and load, which we are waiting for right now. I hope my screencast video does not time out. It may time out. Let's hope it doesn't. If it does, I'll have to record 2 videos and then create a playlist. Okay, so now that we are here, you want to click on sign in or register. And once you click sign in or register, you want to click new user. And once you click new user, it'll recognize that you are in the Wyoming State Library System. Go ahead and put in your first name, last name, email, confirm the email, and do password. Click register. You want to write that down so you don't use it, and make sure that you use password following their instructions and make sure they match. and you do want to write it down so you can always go back in and then you'll just click on the login link. But I did want to go ahead and show you that you do need to register. I would use your non-school email. So if you have a Yahoo or a Hotmail or Gmail, that's your personal account, not your district account, I would use those. That way you never need to create a new account here. And then once you're done with that, you can actually just type ACT and notice that you have complete practice tests here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have 4 complete practice tests here, and they are complete. And you might type in the word complete just to show you. ACT complete practice test, and there they are, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I would set a goal. My son used these resources, and he set a goal of scoring a 32, and he was scoring a 32 on these, and he actually scored a 28 on the actual ACT. So the actual ACT has gotten a little harder. These are retired ACT tests. And so what I would do is shoot to get a target score about 5 points above what your target score actually would be. So if you want a 32, try to keep taking this till you score a 36. And with that, this is how to find that resource. So you can take an online complete practice test to do some test prep. And then the way to use this is, depending on how you do, you'll have some good feedback about where you need to brush up. And maybe you can go see your math teacher, or maybe you can go see your science teacher, or maybe you can go see your English language arts teacher and ask for some help. Because this will give you good feedback on where you have deficits in your learning, where you have holes in your learning, so that basically you know where you need to brush up in order to do better on the ACT. And just as a reminder, you may want to Google Hathaway requirements so you know what level score that you're going to be shooting for when you take the ACT. This has been Mr. Thompson at the at the Pathways Innovation Center in Financial Literacy, helping you get a better score on the ACT.